lagging like crazy. I'm honestly not too sure what's going on. I can't really hear anything. I'm just waiting in the menus. Because right now, my computer is so slow right now, I'm not even sure if it's picking everything up, so I'm a little worried about that, so I'm trying to... You can hear me? Okay. Are you getting good? Hold on, let me do a test. We're gonna do a test fight, and we're gonna see how the rest of the game sounds and plays outside of this simple loading screen. So, you know, we'll go from there. But I was a little worried that something's wrong, and I would have had to reset the computer, reset the stream, and that's why I'm asking, because I didn't want to have to do that. If there's any lag or any sound issues or anything, please let me know why it's going on. This is the test fight before we start the stream proper. So yeah. But outside of that, how you doing, Z-Man? How you doing, Zerat? Karat? You doing alright? I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm sore. I've been working all day, and I've just been... When I'm not working, I've just been coming home and going to sleep and trying to motivate myself to do some editing.
You know you can't beat me! Alright, shall we get started? Ready! There you are! Kamehameha! Over here! Yeah! 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 Kamehameha! Yeah! Yeah! Go! Kamehameha! Take this! Take this! Oh! Dad! Kamehameha! Yeah!
There we go.
Yeah! Yo! Kamehameha! Yo! Ta! Ta! Whoa! Take this! Kamehameha! Hey!
You hear the game, but it's louder than me.
That was pretty fun.
I don't understand why that is, because the audio is so goddamn low. Hold on. Alright, how's that? Does that sound better? I'm turning it down to... It's a negative 12 now, so we're going to try that again.
I'm so excited! Alright, shall we get started?
And
Ready!
phlegm. Oh, that sounds like fun. Muscle. I've been deciding that it doesn't want to work. That I can take care of it. Today's update.
Take this!
I tried to scum it out and I couldn't get it to happen.
I need to train some more.
Oh man. Damn it. Alright. Let's go to the main menu. How was that? How'd that sound? I hope it was better at least. Let me see if I can... kick the stream up a little bit. The game is still louder than me? How's that? That is negative 25. Hold on. I'm gonna drop it to negative 20. And let's say that's fine to keep this up. And we'll see how that goes. Turn my mic up. Okay. Boop. Go into the settings and try to figure it out. Alright, so I switched over to a different microphone. I've got it running at max, and the microphone is plugged in at max settings. So I don't know what's going on there. It might have been because the default mic is in my computer, and it was probably picking it up off my computer. If you can hear me better now, it's because I switched it to the Yeti. Maybe that was the issue, I don't know. Hungry as hell. I'll tell you that for free. This is way better.
So, this is the planet
Okay.
where Kakarot is
Then it
supposed
must
to
have
be.
been the computer was picking up my audio,
And those Dragon Ball things
not
have
my
to be
Yeti.
on this planet as well.
and that must have been the
First,
issue.
How about
So
we
if you can hear me
exterminate
now,
the people on this
perfect.
planet with the Cybermen? Ha ha ha! This soil Reddits, you hunt for Kakarot.
I'm gonna
I'll search for
turn
the
up
Dragon Balls and deliver them to Master
volume
Frieza.
a little bit to negative
Fine, it's
15.
done.
And I want it to be loud enough that you guys can hear the game. I don't want it to be completely drowned out. But yeah, I picked Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 for a couple reasons. I'm tired, and I didn't want to play Fatal Frame today. I'm really exhausted, and I just wanted to play something a little more casual. So we're going with this game, which I have a lot of history with. I can blow through it, no problem. And it gives me time to chillax. And while we're doing that, we can all chill out and play games together and have fun conversation. At least that's the plan. You know? Thank you for everybody who's been dropping the likes. I do appreciate the likes being dropped on the video. You guys are cool. So, for anybody who hasn't played this game, Budokai 2 does a lot different with the formula of Budokai, because the first game, it was a very linear game, and it had all these cinematics to it that made the game really popular. I actually reviewed the game years and years ago. It was the second game I ever reviewed, and I remember saying that the cinematics were one of the reasons it was my favorite Dragon Ball Z game. My opinion on Dragon Ball Z hasn't changed as of late, and it's not my favorite anymore, but still I think it's a great game. This one, though, it does this, where
You're not.
yeah, you have the
Who are
characters
you?
talking,
What business do you have with
and
me?
you have the story mode being played out through this board game, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the board game method, and it leads to a lot of replayability, which is something I really love about this game. Is that you can go in it any way you want. You can pick multiple characters. Goku always has to be in the game as a playable character on the map, but you can have so many different people that aren't even supposed to be there as the canon. You know, like you could have Tien when Raditz shows up, because Nappa's here. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's completely against the canon, but it just makes it fun. Need to get Dragon Ball Z dude. Honestly, there are so many good ones that I can't make one video justifying it. You know, I've played a lot. This one's great. Budokai 2 is great. Budokai 3 is the one that picked it up, and everybody says it's the best. Even Infinite Warfare is a damn good time. Just basically. Some fun fighters. Outside of that, there's Super Dragon Ball Z, I think that's the name, which is just an arcade game they ported to the PS2. I mean, you got plenty of options, plenty of great options. Now, starting out here, I'm very weak. That's kind of the problem. Okay, so here's another version of the cutscene.
You're Kakarot, aren't you?
What have you guys come to this planet for?
What are we here for? We came for the things you call Dragon Balls. After we kill everyone on this planet, that is. Lend us a hand, would you, Kakarot?
What are you going to use the Dragon Balls for?
That does not matter. Come with us and join Master Frieza.
So this Frieza guy's your boss, huh? I would never join anyone like that. And what's more, my name is Goku.
Yeah, so that's another version. If specific characters meet in the scenarios, you get these cutscenes with the 3D models talking, and they have a little more to say. It can lead to some really funny moments. My favorite ones is with Krillin during the Android Saga. He has a lot of interesting dialogue after he... Not even after he meets 18. It's even before then. Like, dialogue doesn't, like, lead in. It just kind of, if characters run into each other, the game assumes that you want these characters to talk. The combat was real loud, so I barely heard what you said. It's very loud. Hold on. Okay. So I dropped it to -20.
Kamehameha! Take this! Idiot! Take this!
I do apologize for having these audio issues. I don't understand why it's going like this. I'm trying to get it sorted out. No. I'm going about it. I'm experimenting. I'm working on it. Unfortunately, I'm still, even though I've streamed many a time in my life and over the course of X amount of years, I'm not good at it. So if that's a problem, it's at -26. So maybe I need to hit done. Okay. So okay. You hear me just a little bit better. Hold on. We're not... Alright. I dropped this thing way into the negatives and I adjusted it just a little bit in the streaming software so it goes up. I hope that's better. So I got the Super Dragon Fist. Now let me turn the mic towards me. Hold on. Boo. Whew. Whew. I mean, you better hear me. I'm peaking. Like, the gain must be way up. Whoo! 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 I killed Nappa and he's going for the Dragon Ball. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put the Super Dragon Fist on. And we're gonna try to beat him to the Dragon Ball, even though he knows where it is, so he could potentially get to it first. Okay, you do? Awesome. I was a little worried. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I took a little bit of a listen. It sounds good, decent now. Jeez, I don't know why the audio difference is that massive when it comes to the mic. Like, I have to turn the gameplay audio super low, and I have to peak out my mic just for it to come out decent. I apologize for all that. I really do. I'm sorry, Zarati. It's still a process, unfortunately. There we go, Super Dragon Fist. Killed him. Beautiful. So the Cybermen fights are kind of easy, really easy, honestly. They're very weak. They only got one health bar, but the trick to them is that you fight a bunch of them at one time, or in a row. Sorry, not at once, in a row. And okay, so he just dodged me. I do want to bring up something, and I'm gonna sound like a bit of a dick or a douche or whatever, or petty. That's a better word for it. This game, like a lot of fighting games, can read the AI. Like, the AI can read what moves you're gonna do as you're doing them, and it knows what to dodge and what to. It's just ridiculous. It can get so ridiculous in that sense. Oh god, he's gonna get the goddamn Dragon Ball. I got the Super Kami Water, but I'm not getting that Dragon Ball. Nappa is. Oh no! Yes! I got the Dragon Ball for Nappa. Whoop whoop! I was a little worried there. So after this, though, the Dragon Balls aren't going to be. They're not going to be laid out through the map visibly. They're going to be underground. Because there's a mechanic in this game where once you go through the map, you have to dig underground for the Dragon Balls, and you can also dig up money, you can dig up items, you can also dig up extra turns. So Goku could potentially, or any character who grabs it, could take 2 steps in one go. Or they can take an action and a step. And it's kind of cool. I do like it. Let's see, who's coming with me? Let's do Krillin. No, yeah, Krillin. So let me see if I can get this benefit. Yeah, okay. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is expensive. Dude, I'm not even joking to you. I was just talking to somebody at work about this. Like, I know a guy at work I was talking to. We were talking about pricing on video games because I was showing him my GameEye account. And he just started naming off random games. I lost the Dragon Radar, so I can't find the Dragon Balls in this level. But we were talking about that, and I brought up Budokai 3 because I wanted to look up Dragon Ball Z games. I knew Fighters was worthless. It was like $8 to $20 in value. It's not worth anything really. But the Budokai games, Budokai 3 in particular, is worth hundreds. And it's so nuts that that game is worth as much as it is. I cannot believe it. I really can't. But hell, it is what it is. I can't stop it. Found some money because Krillin needs his cash. I was actually going through and adding up a lot of my horror games and everything on my GameEye. And funny enough, I noticed, I don't remember if I did notice this before, but my Rule of Rose copy actually went up in value. Because I bought it for $400. I hate to admit that, but I did pay $400 for it. And it is now worth $645, which that's badass. That's a nice increase. That's a little up, and I love that. Damn it, I never get that capsule. I don't know if getting that capsule is possible. Like, I think it might be possible. Maybe it's like a 1 in a billion chance in the algorithm to get for Frieza not to step on that spot. But for me, I've never been able to play this without, Frieza just fucking me over on that. So, I got a little extra life. So, oh yeah. So let me see if I can. Can you select R2? Okay. So you can see each character's attack powers and their percentage ups. So getting swords gets you 10% attack, those 10% defenses. It's typical stuff. And characters standing next to each other also give more bonuses. Wanted armor core games, but I'm not going to empty my wallet for it. You just can't. You know what? I understand, dude. I understand. I'm gonna have Krillin search here for a minute. Yo, found a capsule. What is it? Normal tribe uniform. That's cool. No, I get it, dude. Like, armor core games are expensive. The game that I want, it's not armor core. What is it? It's a mech game. It's got the most ridiculous, like, giant controller with the buttons and the switches and everything. Oh my god, what is it called? Mech Assault? No, not Mech Assault. Damn it. What is it called? It's a Frontline? Front Mission? No. Not Front Mission. But I want that game. It's an Xbox exclusive, original Xbox exclusive. And it's so fun, but it's so expensive to get the full control panel, get the game, and the expansion for the game, and even what's funny is if you get the controller, you might get the wrong one because the original set of controllers were defaults, and so they had to re-release a set of the controllers with blue buttons instead of red buttons, and then those were the good ones, so you could get screwed over. Steel Battalion. Thank you, Z-Man. Thank you, Zerat. Steel Battalion. Hey, Richie, what is going on, my dude? Welcome to the stream. How are you, Zerat? I was talking to Zerati. He's talking about getting Armor Core and how too expensive it is. And I was bringing up how I wanted a mech game, but it was really expensive because of the controls. I couldn't think of the name. And he brought it up, Steel Battalion. That's the game. And so, yeah. That's what happened just now. But how have you been, Rich? How have you been lately? You having a good day? You having a good night? I'm exhausted, if I'm being honest. I mentioned that earlier, but it's been a long day. And I am just chilling. At a 1-1. Gotta go again. Gotta go again. Krillin just saying, I may not live. I may not live. That sounds like something Krillin would say. Yeah, I've seen gameplay of that game. I couldn't believe such a thing existed, especially with the Master Controller on the panel for the OG. Dude, for real. Like, I think it's an amazing controller, cool-looking game. And the funny thing is, I have played Steel Battalion. I went to a convention a while back, and they were selling, or they weren't selling the game. They had the game propped up for people to play. So I got to play it for like a good half hour or so. And man, it's so good. It's so detailed, and it feels realistic, even though how what a mech feels like. But it just the attention to detail in the Steel Battalion game. It's so fucking good, man. Playing Killer Instinct. That is a great game, no matter which one it is. But I am curious: is it the new one? Is it the Super Nintendo, the N64, arcade version? I do love me some Killer Instinct. I remember that game was one of the few it was one of the Xbox exclusives they announced. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening. It was the game that convinced my cousin that he wanted an Xbox because none of the exclusives were doing anything for him. Then he saw Killer Instinct. He immediately wanted to get one, and I gave him. I had bought one, so I gave him my old Xbox One, and so he could buy it. And now it just sits there and collects dust until he gets ready to play Killer Instinct again. New one, okay. That's cool. That is cool. I do love the new Killer Instinct. It is fantastic. I played it when it first came out. I was very disappointed in the initial launch because it was 8 characters, few maps, no story mode, just an arcade mode. It was very bare bones. But Killer Instinct now, the definitive edition, it's king, bro. It's king. Because you have a full-on campaign mode with the Shadow Lords expansion. You have 30 something characters, a ton of maps, a lot of things just going on. It's a good time, and there's a lot of unique special abilities for the characters, and I love it. My favorite is, I love TJ Combo. He's one of my number ones that I pick when I play that game, and I'm so glad that he made it into the cut. And Hisako. Hisako is a badass, and she's kind of tough to get a hang of, but I do love it. Man, this game, it's very simple. But I love it, and I think nostalgia plays a big part in that. But for me, this is just such a cool little thing. You get the snow map and the Red Ribbon Army. This is basically a Dragon Ball reference with the Red Ribbon Army plane crash into the snow, and we're at the bottom of the chasm too. So at the top of the chasm, there is the Red Ribbon Army Castle, the one Goku raided from Dragon Ball, the one he ran up in and beat ass and he met Ader. So that's awesome. It does not, again, this game doesn't really follow the lore of Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't need to because it's a fun game, but still, I think a lot of people didn't like Dragon World, and that's why this game didn't make it into the HD collection. Am I getting a physical copy? Am I getting a physical copy of Metroid Prime Remastered for Switch because it's expensive in eBay right now? Is it? Is it now? Well, now that you said that, I'm going to have to get a physical copy of Metroid Prime Remastered on Switch. I was thinking about it. I was just thinking of buying it digitally. But if it's shooting up in price, I might have to jump on that just for the sake of having it for a collectible. Shadow Jago is the GOAT. Ha! I don't know. He's pretty damn good, but Jago's never been my cup of tea. He's too generic. If I'm being real, Jago's too generic of a character in my opinion. I have had fun with him, but he's a good starter character. He's the Liu Kang of, Killer Instinct. And there's nothing wrong with that, it's just not for me. My favorite was always Saberwolf. I love his design. I love how badass he looks. I love the fact that in the new game, like, they removed the metal in his arms. It's kind of cool that he's just a straight up hardcore werewolf now. And he's got great, like, links and combos, and he's just so cool. And I love his stage. Especially when you beat the opponent and you get that maximum combo and everything's just going nuts in the Frankenstein castle. It's just so good. Oh yeah, just because I'm winning, don't think this game is hard or anything, or I'm skilled at it. It is a very easy game. Until you get to the end. And then Kid Boo's a bitch. He's so unfair, I think, Kid Boo is. Nothing there. Okay. This stage, it will not end until you beat Frieza. So I've got to ring around the rosy with Frieza until I win. So we're skipping their movement. Got cash. Money. I'm going to keep Krillin right there and just kill off the Ginyu Force. And we'll fight Frieza with Goku. That's your favorite Saberwolf? Dude, Saberwolf is king in terms of design. And honestly, he plays great. He's one of the few characters I really feel comfortable playing in Killer Instinct. And I honestly wish Killer Instinct had a more intricate story mode. I love the Shadow Lords update, but if I'm being honest, I wish it had a story mode, you know, kind of like Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter 5 had that really crazy story mode. Or Marvel vs. Capcom, the new one. Or, you know, Tekken. Tekken has great story modes. The cinematics are always crazy. But for this one, because it went full live service, I guess they felt like they couldn't do a story mode, didn't want to. I don't know. Like, it's weird. The game doesn't need one, but I'd love it to have one. Because for me, when I play games like these, I'm all about that story mode, that campaign mode. I know it goes against everything these kind of games stand for, is like playing like versus and co-op with friends and shit like that, but I just love, even if the story's bad, I just want a story mode. It feels like a more complete game if you give it to me, you know? Like, I mean, this game, arguably, it's just a reskin of Budokai 1. It's got a few streamlined features, and the cell shading graphics are better. But in some ways, it's less of a game. But I still enjoy it because it gave me this campaign mode, and I really like it for that, and that's why I keep coming back to it. Or Titanfall. Titanfall 2. Titanfall 1, I'm never coming back to. Titanfall 2, I like the multiplayer, but I love the campaign more, so I'd go back to the campaign more so than I would the multiplayer, because Titanfall 2 is a badass game. And it's dirt cheap nowadays, which just makes it better. And it's 4 hours long. Like, admittedly, that's pretty damn short for a first-person shooter campaign mode. Well, I mean, Call of Duty does it too. But people always, I see them complain about games that are really short being worth $60 and how you're supposed to get your value out of the multiplayer. For me, I don't care how much I'm spending on a game if you give me an experience that's worth coming back to. Like Titanfall 2, the campaign is really good, and I've played through it 3 or 4 times. That's 12 to 16 hours of game. Right there. That's 12 to 16 hours of me playing Titanfall 2, just the campaign, because it was that good. That's getting your money's worth. Call of Duty 2, I didn't have online, and I played through that campaign a shit ton, because it was a really good campaign. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. there were so many great scenes people talked about, and Black Ops in particular was really great with the zombies mode and the story mode, and it's just good shit. Anyway, I rambled, sorry. But yeah, it's been on my mind a little bit. I've actually been thinking of making a video series on talking about things that I think should change in the industry, or things that I have these deep opinions about that aren't really reviews. They're just articles, basically. Kind of like what The Escapist does. The Escapist, when they're not reviewing stuff, they do have these they have these videos on their channels that talk about like certain subjects in the industries, like movies and video games and stuff like that. I have a list of like stuff on there I want to talk about. Soul Calibur, yes. Next game is Soul Calibur 5. Dude, Soul Calibur 5. Oh, it's good. You know, I did enjoy 5. Soul Calibur 6, though, the newest one with Geralt, dude, the campaign mode, it just blew me away. Because one thing I didn't like... Okay, I'm going to say this. Soul Calibur as a franchise has degraded. It's gotten worse, I feel. Like Soul Calibur 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3 are fantastic, and they evolve as a franchise. Soul Calibur 4 is where shit starts going downhill. I think Soul Calibur 4 is a fun game, but for me it was less of a game than 3 for a lack of content. And Soul Calibur 5 was the same way. It put a story in, it had this deep customization for characters, which is great, and I love how they carried that into 6. And that was amazing. And the story mode in there was deep and expansive. It was a massive story mode for 6. And I love that. But to me, the best Soul Calibur is still Soul Calibur 3. It has an expansive story mode. Like a really long, detailed, like campaign mode. Each character's arcade mode has branching narratives and paths, which does lead, I believe, just to one ending, but still there's branching paths in the arcade mode that actually gives you story beats. And games don't usually do that for fighting games, and the customization was still there. It's just a game that evolved, gave you more, and did it better. And that's why, to me, Soul Calibur 3 is the best one. Soul Calibur 6 came pretty close, though, to beating it out with how aggressive and fun the combat is, and the level of customization and the story mode being expansive as it is. It's just all there. But I still think I'd say 3 is the best just for the variety of extra modes and content compared to 6. But that's not even knocking 6 as a game. Jesus Christ, Frieza. She might beat my ass. Sorry, he might beat my ass. I always thought Frieza was a girl when I was a kid. So, this might make somebody uncomfortable. Oh, okay, I'm gonna clash. Hold on. Come on. Yes! So, in school, I remember when kids were talking about their favorite Dragon Ball Z characters, I'd always say my favorite was Frieza. I did. I loved Frieza. And this was early in Dragon Ball Z, right when Frieza hit second form, and was like all buff with the devil horns and everything. And I remember saying Frieza was my favorite character, and they were like, dude, Frieza's a chick, why do you like her? And I was like, no, Frieza becomes a dude in this next transformation, like, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, dude, nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. And I cannot believe I said that. It's so embarrassing kind of looking back how dumb and cringy I was as a kid, but that's what happens. That's what happens. What are you saying? Greatest memories with Soul Calibur. Yeah, it's great. And the campaign, hella worth it. Absolutely. So this isn't going to take too long to beat Frieza. Pretty tough Can be, at least. But I'm going to get this in 2 moves with Goku, and hopefully I can win with Krillin. I've never been good fighting Frieza with Krillin. The worst one, though, is still... I will keep saying it, is fighting Kid Buu at the end of the game. Like, that's pain. That is pain incarnate. I just thought it was hella cheese with Cervantes because you can just spam him using his gun. Yeah, Cervantes can be a bit of a cheap character, and you have those in a lot of games. Like I remember in Injustice, when you have Joker. Joker could just use his gun move over and over and over again, and you'd be a real dick. If you timed it just right, you could spam the Joker gun and kill characters, and it was so unfair. But, you know, it's not like that won it for you. And really, are you proud of winning like that, you know? Like, you basically cheated, like, or cheesed, like, an exploit in the game, and you didn't use your skill. Like, what kind of playing is that, you know? I never feel good using that. It just, for me, it's uncomfortable. I used to as a kid, and that's probably one of the reasons I hate doing it now, because it was the only way I could win. Same thing with my sister. When I played against my sister, I always tried to use combos. I always tried to be a better player in general, but she always found a way to cheese a move, and because, you know, you could do it that way, she never saw it as an issue, and I'd always get in trouble for yelling at her or something, for getting mad that she was exploiting the system and winning. Same thing with playing with my parents and stuff like that. I get pissed, dude. But, you know, all fighting games are exploitable in a way. Like, even, like, Dragon Ball Z Super. Man, you can be a total scrub in fighters. Like, you can be the biggest scrub lord in fighters that you want, and it's all just exploiting the basic mechanics of, like, using your rush, spamming auto combos over and over again, then going in for a rush, spamming auto combos, and it's just so cheap. And so Frieza's gonna run away with that little model ship. And you get the Snowy Mountain stage, which is nice. Ooh. Dude, I am thirsty. Hold on. Ugh. Yeah, I got a gallon of water. I'm thirsty. Can't help it. Tee-hee, I was waiting for you. I always like that when it writes shit like that. Just Frieza like, tee-hee. I could never imagine Frieza being a tee-hee kind of character. And yeah, so we got Frieza here. We got Vegeta though, and we can recruit Vegeta to fight with us. I have to beat him with Goku though to make that happen. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. Unless I think you can get a special character if you beat him with Kid Trunks. Or you get a special move or something. If you beat characters with specific characters, you get special items. So, real quick, let me check something. Let's see. And take me to a guide. I don't give a shit about that. Oh well. Let's just find out for ourselves. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I think it wants me to use Piccolo or Krillin. I'll do Piccolo. That's fine. We get the Scouter. I haven't been hunting for the Dragon Balls. But I think, actually, a Dragon Ball's right under Piccolo. So hold on. No, it's further out. Okay. That is fine. So how's everybody doing, by the way? I know it's been kind of quiet. It's pretty bright in my face. I'll try to tone down the color a bit. There you go. Whoop. This is going pretty easy. I usually stick to the same combos. I do like how the game looks. This was the first game in the series to have these cel-shaded graphics. Because the last one, it looked good. It looked like the show and all that, but the models had a more flat, I believe would be the term, flat texture to them. Whereas these ones, they actually went to the effort of adding a cel-shaded look. And funny enough, the GameCube version of Budokai 1, when they made that version, they actually put in cel-shaded graphics. Was watching my bro play Hogwarts Legacy. That's cool, man. That is a fantastic game. That is, I put, I don't know how many hours into Hogwarts Legacy. It is an amazing title. 100%. I love it. And I don't I don't really say that about a lot of modern games, but Hogwarts Legacy surprised me. Even though I was expecting it to be good, I knew Avalanche was a great developer. They are a great development team, and I knew they were going to knock it out. I just didn't know it was going to be that good. I was like, Mad Max team, Just Cause team doing a Harry Potter game. They got the talent, they got the team, they can do this. And so yeah, I'm thoroughly pleased playing it. What if I should? At least now you can see me more. You went with the Ravenclaw school? Okay. I just picked whatever the game threw at me. I wanted the game. I just wanted to play it and role play a Harry Potter game. So I let the Sorting Hat pick for me, and I ended up as a Hufflepuff. And honestly, no regrets. It's kind of cool to see the Hufflepuff house and explore the school and all that, and talk with my compatriots of Hufflepuff. It's pretty badass, and I'm having a great time with the game. I think I'm in the mid-20s. In terms of leveling, I think I'm in my mid-20s. And kind of the funny thing is I'm speed running the leveling up. I'm just doing the grind. Because I have been enjoying the exploration of that game so much that I just can't see myself doing story missions. And even though I just talked about how much I love single-player campaigns and everything, but the fact that you can explore Hogwarts and explore Hogsmeade and all these other areas that are connected to the Harry Potter universe in such detail. Like, you can go on broom, you can swim, you can run around, and the map is fucking massive. It's ludicrous how much you can do. And I just get lost exploring. Like, running around the castle, casting my little reveal spell, and running across the map, fighting bandit camps and catching beasts and everything. I had missed so many things because I didn't get all my mainline spells that my buddy told me, dude, you need to calm down for a minute, and you need to go back and do some missions so you can actually play the goddamn game. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're missing a lot of key features. Almost at 20, same. I like the grind, the visuals, and the exploration. It's just shit. Yeah, it is just mwah, chef's kiss. I really didn't expect Avalanche to get that part of the game right, like that well. The Mad Max game was the closest to that, and even then, you're exploring a Dust Bowl. But here, they really just nailed it on the head, and it's beautiful. And, like, man, if I was to put a number on Hogwarts Legacy, I haven't beaten the game, haven't beaten it, but, oh shit, I killed Vegeta. What, I get Fierce Ranma for Piccolo. I killed Vegeta, fuck. Oh well. But yeah, straight up, just, if I was to put a number on it, it could be a 9. I'm not even kidding. Like, I think it's that good. It could be a 9 out of 10 for me. And the story is just so engaging, and it's just like, beautiful. I need more games like that, and I'm happy that it was a Harry Potter game to do it, because I have a soft spot for licensed video games. I do, because I spent a lot of my childhood playing video games based on movies. Like, I would play like Ghost Rider, Van Helsing. Like, a lot of the games I reviewed on my channel, I played them when I was a kid, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Gungrave. I played later, but still I loved it. Chicken Little on PS2. Just, I love these kind of games, and I'm glad that this one was that good. It kind of broke the stigma of licensed video games being bad, because a lot of them are very mediocre. Even though I like some of those mediocre games, I'm just happy that it rose above it. I'll tell you, fun fact. One game in particular I was working on reviewing, and it was going to come out in October last year. It was going to be Monster House. Monster House on the PS2. And I was playing it, I was taking notes, I was getting everything ready. But the game is just, it was so mediocre. It's like a standard ultra linear third-person shooter. And it's kind of hard to recommend to people. Like, it just is. Because for me, it would be like a 4 or 5. It's that bad. Because the game throws you in the monster house, you know. And you explore it. But I honestly expected the game to let you explore the house more. Like, genuinely explore it. But so much of the house is cut off. You don't get to run around the house up and down all you want. The Monster House game on GBA had more exploration. Because that was a Zelda clone. But yeah. I don't know. Disappointment. Need to play Van Helsing because the film was my childhood. Especially the werewolf transformation was freaking awesome. Yeah. So that's a great game. And I put a review out on my channel, and I said I liked it. I recommend it because it's dirt cheap. It was dirt cheap when I reviewed it. I honestly think Van Helsing is a great Devil May Cry clone that people should give a chance. It's never going to get re-released. It's a movie license game on the PlayStation 2, so you got to find a copy, but it's good. It's really good. Man, I'll tell you something kind of funny. That Van Helsing video, straight up, it took a year to make. And I don't know if it was worth it, if I'm being honest. I look back on that video, and I feel like there was more I could have done. I feel like I wasn't even close to making the video as good as it could have been. And it feels very boring, which I hate because it's one of my most viewed videos. And it's a 20-something minute review of that game, like talking about the game from beginning to end, and breaking down all the points that I had. And it was like one of my most detailed videos, but I hate it, if I'm being real. Looking back at it, there's something about the way I made that video. It just feels like I didn't care enough when I was making it, and I want to be better in my future videos when I start making them, when I put more out, because I'm working on one right now. It's just an unboxing video for Rage 2, but you know, that I don't want the quality to hinder just because it's an unboxing video, and so I'm taking a lot of goddamn time to make this video. And I wish I didn't. I wish I had a good pattern. Because I look at channels like Cat Icarus, some call me Johnny, and stuff like that. And those guys can get videos out in 2 weeks to a month that are massive, highly detailed, well written, funny, and in some call me Johnny's case, incredibly informative. And I don't know. Like I wish I could do that. You know, I wish I could be like that good, that committed. But every day I come home, man, and I'm just tired as shit from work, and I just don't want to make videos, and I basically slouch myself over to my new chair and just hunch in front of the computer and try to make something. And that's one of the reasons that it's been forever since I've streamed and made videos. I've just been tired, and I've just been exhausted at the thought of doing it. And that shouldn't be the case. It just shouldn't. Because I always think about the videos in my head. I'm always coming up with an idea for the video. I'm always writing a review, talking about reviewing a game, like actually talking points out loud to myself to try to see how they sound. So the process is in my head, but I just have trouble putting it on paper and recording it and editing it. I've talked to Derek about this stuff a lot, where I have trouble making videos, and he's relayed similar thoughts to me, where it's just difficult and it's hard to find time to do this kind of shit. And it's kind of cool that I'm not alone in this race, in this fight. But I just wish I could just turn it around and make people happy. Because honestly, that's what I want to do with my videos, is just show people the games I love or hate and make people happy. I don't know. Maybe that's too much of a ramble. Maybe I said too much or not enough. I don't know. But that's kind of how I've been feeling about all this for a long time, a very long time. There have been moments when I've talked to Derek about quitting doing this altogether. But at the same time, I just don't want to. But it'd just be easier. I mean, March is coming around real soon. I don't have a video out in February. I thought I was going to have a video out every month. You know? That was the plan, was to make a video every single month for the channel. And I have not made one single video for the channel. I don't know, man. Alright. So Raccoon's right over the Dragon Ball. I'll just kill him and take it. I wonder if you brought Krillin into the game and let Frieza kill him, if that would give Goku automatic Super Saiyan. Yeah, but you shouldn't sabotage your health just to give us epic content. I know, but if I don't, grind it out, that's the thing. If I do not sit in front of my computer and just slam my head into the screen to make the videos, then they don't get done. Like how I used to make videos, I do my best and that's what matters. I feel like I don't. That's the thing, man. I really feel like I just don't do my best and I let everybody down because I'm just not doing what I could do. And I'll tell you my process I used to do to make videos, and this is completely honest how I used to do this, okay? So I didn't have a bed back in the day. I had a futon. And so I would never fold out my bed. I would always sleep on the futon, folded up, because I was not sleeping with anybody. I had enough room sleeping at futon style. But I would come home, I would sit in front of my computer, and I'd have a lunch tray, like a dinner tray, hooked up to a laptop, and then I'd have another data tray hooked up to a recording software. I think it was a Roxio, and that was hooked up to my Xbox. And using that, I would stay with laptop locked in front of me while playing a game, while recording gameplay. And so I'd always have my shit in front of me so I could make a video. Like any kind of video, gameplay recording, review, whatever. I used to make a bunch of videos on my channel, and I deleted and unlisted most of them because I didn't think they were any good. Like, I had gameplay commentaries, vlogs, random skits, anything. But the thing that those videos all had in common was that I made them in a day. And that's where all the quick content came from the channel, is that I just made them all in one day. All my skits, everything. And that's how I got videos out. When I started making reviews, though, it got harder, because more effort and more detail was demanded of the video. And I didn't have, I felt like I never had, ever, I had motivation to do that kind of stuff. Like, the Gungrave video, that video was not planned. I'll be totally honest right now. I used to, randomly I would record games that I bought. Like, if I had the ability to record them, I would do it. And I basically bought a bunch of games off at GameStop. They would sell games 10 for $10, PlayStation 2 games, and I would just randomly play them, and sometimes I'd record them. Gungrave, I picked it up, took it home, I plugged the damn thing in, and I decided to actually start recording it. I didn't think I was going to make a video on it. I didn't know how long Gungrave was. None of that. And I recorded everything, and I beat the game in 2 hours. One playthrough. One sitting. And I said to myself, wow, that was insanely short. I could make a review on this. I could make a video about this. And I just shit a script out really, really fast. Maybe it took me a couple days, a few days to get the script going, but the point was it didn't take a long time to get that script out. And then I just started snapping everything together in my cheap editing software, because at the time I didn't have some big name software like Pinnacle or something like that. I just had my laptop's basic editing software, and I had to make do with what I got. And so I recorded myself in front of my green screen, tried to snap all the effects together. I basically rambled the script, the live action bits that I could in a day, because, again, working for multiple days on stuff was never a motivation of mine. It wasn't something I valued, you know? So editing that video together was one of the hardest things I'd ever done, mentally. It was just so hard for me to be the writer, editor, actor for my own video. And even then, today, I still have trouble doing that. Like, I struggle with... I like writing for the games. I like playing the games, recording the software, and writing the review. For me, everything else is just hard, busy work that I don't like doing at all. Even though in the editing process, there are moments when I have a lot of fun creativity with random things that pop into my head. But me doing reviews was just like, I beat a game, I decided to review it, and I wanted to attempt to make it more common and do one video a month. Which never happened. It took me years to get the 13 videos. It took me years to get the 14 videos. And honestly, at this point, I should have had hundreds of reviews done. If I was making a video a month, I should have hundreds of reviews on my channel. because I started doing this like 8 years ago, and that equates to over 100 reviews. And I wish, man alive, I wish I had that motivation, but I just don't, and it kind of hurts, and I don't know what to do about it. You know, I press on, I write, I record randomly, and then sometimes if I have the motivation, I get in that editing booth and I make a video. But it's a struggle, man. It genuinely is a struggle, and I can't figure out why it's so hard when I know it's something that I want to make for people. And that's why a lot of the time I've tried looking for editors and, you know, somebody to help take the load off, so I wouldn't have to worry about people like not getting a video out. I just give it to an editor, he'd snap it together for me, and then I'd put it out. But nobody ever wanted to work with me. Nobody was cheap enough or nice enough or any of that. So it's just me being a one-man army on the edge of 30 years old at this point. And it's just tough. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining too much, but this is genuinely how I feel about all this. I'm being real. This is really how I feel about all this. I've never dragged Frieza out this far on the map. This is kind of nuts. So yeah, thank you for watching my TED Talk, everybody. Oh shit! Thanks for the TED Talk, people. God damn it. That was a close one.
I don't get it. I barely even touched him.
Man, I love this voice actor for Frieza. I think she did a great job portraying the character. I really do. And it's kind of crazy that she doesn't do Frieza anymore. I get it, you know, you want a new voice and everything, but it's nuts. You know what's funny? She actually was voice acting in an anime that I recently watched called Trapped in a Dating Sim. And she plays this like evil old woman who's like a lord, and she just belittles and hates on the main character and beats his ass and everything. And it's funny, I thought that was her. I thought it was her voice because she's doing it's the exact same voice, exact same cadence and everything. And I was like, is that the voice actress of Frieza? And then there's a moment when the character does something to piss her off, and she just goes, "Impossible!" And I was like, oh, fuck, it is the voice actress for Frieza. No fucking way, dude. I just made me giggle. It's a very small part in the anime, but it just made that way better. It made me laugh, just knowing that she's in it. And it's kind of cool that she's still working. Like, that's awesome. Let's chair is nice. I picked up a new chair yesterday and snapped it together as fast as I could. I paid $85 for this thing, and the reason I got this chair, for two reasons. One, I got my gaming PC parts coming in. I'm going to put it all together. Hopefully this week. I am hoping that every single part that I got is coming in by Saturday. So I'm going to build the PC then. And on top of that, my typical seat is a music stand. So it has no back for the music stand. So my back was hurting like hell when I was like editing and recording and just doing this. So I'm really happy I got a chair so I could sit and have fun. And so far it's holding up alright. I haven't noticed like any issues with it, and I'm hoping it's gonna last, because I need this thing to last me, you know, a couple of years at least. I paid a decent amount for it and I need it. What if I killed Frieza? I can't remember if she goes down after 2 defeats or I need to beat her one more time. This might be the last confrontation with Frieza. We'll see. We shall see. And it's not going to be any harder. It's just super duper easy. It just takes a while because he has, sorry, the voice is confusing me, because he has more health. It's kind of how the game adds some difficulty. Oh, another clash. I love the clash system in this game. I think it's really cool that they added this into the game, and it does, you know, it was in Budokai 1, admittedly, it was in Budokai 1, but it didn't happen a lot. It happens way more in this game, for some reason, and I don't know why. Got him. Let's see what happens. Whoop whoop! Alright, let's see. Frieza's almost dead. Let's... I forget. Yeah, okay. What can we add? What do I not have? I think... I forget if this is how this works. But I think if you add multiple of the same move, it doubles it up in damage. Like, it hurts them more. I can't remember if that's the case. Attack power increases in the first 20 seconds of battle. Guard is disabled, but attack and defense power are both increased. Want that. Attack power increased and health slowly decreases. Damage percentage reduced by using a set amount of ki. Sensu Bean. Let's put another Super Dragon Fist on and see what happens. My health is up. My power is up. I'm going to beat the hell out of Frieza. Easily. Even easier than it was before. I can't guard anymore, but I rarely ever guard. So that's not really a worry to me. Fucking love. I mean, you can't see it on the stream, but behind me, Master Roshi is spinning on that damn turtle he had from Dragon Ball. It's just hilarious. Alright, let's see them damage numbers. Let's see how much. It looks like it did more. And because I have a 1/3 of a Sensu Bean, I will get a health bar back at the end of this defeat. Got him. And that's game, people. That is the defeat of Lord Frieza. So, congrats all around. Alright, did I get Super Saiyan? I got Frieza as a character. Oh my god, I love... Okay, it's so dumb. It's so dumb, but I love all the little pictures and shit in motion. Super Saiyan 3. I wish you got Super Saiyan 3. You can get it, but the hard part is getting Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2, because you can't go 3 without the others. And that's kind of the problem. Like, it's a good, super strong power-up, but getting Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3 is kind of difficult in this mode. And that's kind of one thing I didn't like about the story mode, is if you miss it, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of story mode, do it all over again, but do it the right way. Oh yeah, by the way, right after the Frieza saga, look at this shit. Dr. Giro's here. Like, we just run into Dr. Gero, and it's like we missed all that other story building that happened in Dragon Ball. Fuck it, we're right in the Android Saga. Who cares?
Red Ribbon Army?
It's so ridiculous, man.
Thanks to you, the Red Ribbon's dream of world domination was wiped out, and only I remained. Since then, I continued my research as to how I could defeat you, Goku. And now, finally, my research is complete. Come. Cyberman. I've selectively bred this sound to create my elite unit. Oh no! Now go, my Cyber Rangers! Do away!
It's fun. He says Cyber Rangers, and I'm just thinking about... Okay, I never thought about this, okay? But I'm just thinking about it now. He says Cyber Rangers because they're the color of fucking Power Rangers. Like, you have the paint... Okay, hold on. Let me select two characters. I need... I don't know. Definitely Krillin. And... we'll do Tien. But yeah, they're the color of the fucking Power Rangers. You have pink, blue, green, red, and yellow. No black, but still. Like, look at that. That's hilarious. So I'm going to dig, because you can't get to Dr. Gero in one go. Oh, I got an extra move. Perfect. So let's take out a row.
I can't understand a thing you're saying.
So ridiculous. I do like all the little unique mini cutscenes that they have for each character. It's very cute. The loading times, honestly, are pretty long. I forgot how long the loading times were in this game. Oh yeah, I do love that you can spin the stick to spin Master Roshi up. You know what? I think you can. I think I can do it. I'll show you guys what he looks like, because if you spin the stick fast enough, Master Roshi should be able to fly into the air. Hey, goddamn ferret. What is up? You are a ferret. You are a goddamn... You're a ferret. What is up, man? How are you today, man? Welcome to the Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 stream. You having a good day? I hope you are. It's good to see you. What you got going on, man? You just, you're chilling, you decided to stop by and say hello? Got one. Tien's picture looks a little off. I could be wrong. The dragon throw, it's nice. Let's dig. Nice, nice. Krillin got the attack up. And so did Tien. Badass. Alright, so... Yes! I freaking knew it. So I kind of don't like that, this is kind of a nitpicky thing. I don't like that, you can't have 3 people on the same tile. I don't know why you can't do that. I wish you could, but it's a nitpick. You know. So, I think... I think with these 2 moves, I can get to Dr. Gero and beat his ass. I don't think I've ever killed Dr. Gero, if I'm being honest. I don't believe I have. I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens. None much, y'all, and damn, think I played this once or twice back when GameStop wasn't awful. Dude, this game was my childhood. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 and 2, specifically, are my goddamn childhood when it comes to these games. I played a lot of 3 and all that, but these first 2 games were really special to me. And so, I decided, what the hell, why not load it up, why not play some Budokai 2, because I really didn't want to play anything spooky, I really didn't want to play anything like really taxing. I wanted to play something I was familiar with. Hold on. Get up there, get up there. Can you see Master Roshi? Oh yeah, yeah, we're getting him up there. Booyah! I'm getting Mario Party flashbacks, honestly. Boo. At least you have this to fuck around with. Oh no, we might be stuck in an infinite loading screen. Oh, if we are, I'm gonna be super sad. Played one of the PS1 versions on PS2. Also, I played a lot of the Gundam fighting game. Okay. Gundam fighting game. I'm not too familiar with that. Because I played some Gundam games. I have some Gundam games. I have Journey to Jaburo, Encounters in Space. I want the one where you play as Zeon, but I don't have it. I have Gundam SD, if anybody remembers that goddamn show. I have the SD game, where there are like little chibi mechs. Does anybody remember that anime? Gundam SD? Does anybody remember that shit? Because I do. I experienced that. I lived that shit. I watched Gundam SD back in the day when I was a kid. It was like, I thought it was super cool back in the day. I bet you if I rewatched it now, it wouldn't be that great. I'll tell you what did look great though. There's a new Gundam SD video game that looks super cool. Okay, let's get Master Roshi over. You can, actually. If you just give him a little spin and then lean the sticks out, you can get him out of there. Out of his corner. That's kind of cool. I like fucking with that kind of stuff. I like when games, if they have long loading times, they give you little mini games to fuck with. That was one thing these Dragon Ball Z games, they did great. They had all these little mini game things to fuck with during the loading screens because they knew their loading screens were really long. I mean, you have to sit through a loading screen to get to the main menu, to get to the fight, to the other loading screen to get to the fight. That's kind of nuts. That's like one loading screen too many. I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure after this saga is done, we go right to Boo. Like, there's nothing after this but Boo. And Boo has a few stages where you have, I think there's 4 Boo chapters in the story mode. And it's very short if it wasn't apparent already. Like, the way I'm bringing it up. Let's see. If I can remember right, there's going to be, let's see, after this is 1, 2, 3. I think like 5 or 6 more endgame chapters after this section. SD is actually pretty popular still, I think. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I was not aware at all. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I would imagine it is. They're still making SD Gundam games. Currently waiting for Witch from Mercury to fully come out on Gundam. Oh, yeah. So I have Witch from Mercury. Like, I have it set to watch. Like, I don't have it yet. I have it on my Crunchyroll save list, and I'm gonna watch it pretty soon. Okay, this is it. We're gonna beat Dr. Giro's ass because it's super easy.
Okay, now it's your turn. Brace yourself.
You're the one who should brace yourself, Goku. If you think the Cyber Rangers are the only fruit of my research,
What have you got up next?
that would be me. Since our last encounter, I've been continuing my research and have rebuilt myself as an android. I'll warn you now. I have all the data there is on you.
Yeah, like, this part, I love that they brought it up in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Like, they were like, he made himself an android. He literally took his brain out of his body and put it into a robot. How the fuck did he do that? That's straight up a thing Futurama made fun of. Literally, they made fun of that. Where it was like, so how'd that self-brain surgery go? And he's like, well, the hard part was getting the brain out, but the easy part was getting the brain out. Let's see. The game was like this one. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm not too familiar with modern Gundam games, if I'm being honest. Like, the old ones I really remember, because I played them a lot. I have a lot of nostalgia for Journey to Jaburo in particular, even though it's not a great Gundam game. It's the one I have the most memories with. And I even have a Dreamcast Gundam game, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of weird that they have one on Dreamcast, but I do love that it's there. And, I don't know. Gundam is just one of those franchises that I love it. It's nostalgic, but goddamn, it is massive. And it's hard to keep up with everything Gundam's doing. At least for me, with all my other hobbies and everything, Gundam's just so massive. It's like I pick one show every once in a while, I'll breeze through it, and then I'm done. I actually want to rewatch the New Century Zero timeline again. Or was it the 0080 timeline, the original timeline? I want to go back to that one and watch it chronologically from beginning to end, or at least from series release to its ending, because I actually never finished that. I watched the original Gundam series. I watched Gundam G, which is it's the new timeline, so it doesn't count. But Gundam G is one of my favorite Gundams, if I'm being honest, and I know some people agree, some people hate it. But it's an overall entertaining show. But those old Gundams that were really serious, and they took their plot serious and had a lot of great action sequences and all that shit, I miss that. And I want to go back and kind of catch up with where I left off in the series, you know? Alright, Dr. Giro. I really don't remember fighting Dr. Giro that much in this game. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I focused on fighting the Cyber Rangers and he got away. I forget. Or maybe I'm blanking out the fact that you do have to fight him. I don't know. He never... Okay, so they do have their absorption move, where they can absorb energy for health and all that. But he doesn't use it, which is kind of crazy. Granted, the AI in this game, if you don't crank it up, it ain't great. I think even when you crank it up, it's just cheap. It's not like really smart. But yeah, we beat Dr. Giro. We saved the universe. We stopped him from awakening his androids. We beat the game, ladies and gentlemen. We saved the galaxy. Dr. Giro is defeated. And nothing else will come of it. Nothing. Got a sturdy vest. Nice. Oh, fuck. Dude. Surrounding me, why don't you? Oh my god. I'm so screwed. See, that's the thing. They didn't kill him. I killed him. But they still do the dialogue that's like from the show. It's weird. But alright. Now, I'm a little iffy on how this is gonna work, but I think if I kill Android 16, Cell's going to immediately absorb 17 and 18, and I gotta fight Perfect Cell. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So, we'll see what happens. Oh shit. Okay. So I got one more move as Goku. Krillin, I think he needs to get over here. Tien needs to back off. And we will... What do I want to do? Let's go for 17. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a train in the background. $17 doesn't have much health. It should be pretty easy to take down. Woo! That was easy.
Could you tell me where What? Are you nervous? Where is it?
Well, you see, actually, it was,
Well, I have no choice but to force you to tell me then.
That's funny. I always like the little dialogue between these guys. It's so cute. Krillin's just so fucking nervous the whole time. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of moves for Krillin, so get ready for the basic combos. There is a store I can go to buy some more moves, which I might do. I might have to do it, but I don't have any money, I don't think. Or at least I don't have a lot. I haven't played the tournament mode yet in this game. In this mode, or... Sorry. When I started the new game, I deleted all my money in save file. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't have any money I could have earned from the tournament. So I'd have to go through that to get a couple extra bucks and buy special moves. And I don't mind doing that. But it's going to take a minute. Shit. Damn it. Got me. Oh shit, I love when that happens, when you just barely beat it out. That's good. That's good stuff. Now it's funny, I remember Cell, when he appears, he's basically got like all the android moves. Like he's got the energy field, he's got the energy blast, all that shit. It's the same essentially. Alright, so let's go here and here. And what I get? Evil sturdy armor. Or uniform. What can I give Krillin? I can give him the Zanku Fist. Okay. And Senzu Bean. Dirty vest. That'll work.
What? Have you been following us too?
17? Look, there's something I have to ask you. You and 18, are you,
Spit it out. If you have something to ask me, go ahead and ask me.
it's just can't bring my
You're not making any sense.
The way they treat Krillin's interactions with 17 and 18 is kind of funny. I think though it's only 1 or 2 interactions per character. It's not like a whole bunch that are lined up because you only get to fight them a couple times before they die. So they didn't line up like a bunch randomly generated or anything like that. It's just the same ones. Which I don't have a problem with it personally. Oof. My ass. Oh, come on. Let me grab him. Got him. Oh, that didn't kill him? That's bullshit. There you go. Got him. I thought for sure I had him with that grab, but man, the damage wasn't even worth it. I think I need to upgrade the jackhammer. If I'm gonna keep it on Krillin, I need to give him a few of those. That way, I just take it, you know.
Hey, wait up!
You sure are an annoying one, aren't you?
right here? It has to be right here.
I don't know what they meant by that. It has to be right here. Like, it's either trying to be like that scene where he has to deactivate her, or he's just gonna confess his love. I don't fucking know.
That was close. That was close.
Got her. Yes. New move. Finally, I go with O. So I like that move. That's really... It doesn't do a lot of damage. But I do think it's a fun little thing just because it adds that prompt. I think that killed her. I think that did it. How's stream doing? How's everybody holding up? You guys doing okay? You guys chilling out? You guys gaming yourselves, or you just having a good old day? Oh yeah, I took 18 out. No problem. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Holy shit. I genuinely forgot that when you beat 18 as Krillin, you get that little extra board game scene. Damn. Okay. Chiaotzu, I may not live. Oh my god. Alright, let's murder this guy. Murder 17 with chat. This is totally canon. TN is going to murder 17. Oh boy. Well, as soon as the game loads, at least we will. We'll get to that point eventually. As much as I love this old game, the loading times, man. It's something that just does not go away. Dodon Ray, I love that technique. I don't know why. Could be because I'm a fan of the Spirit Gun from Yu Yu Hakusho. And it just reminds me so much of it. Damn! He sent him flying like a sack of potatoes! Whew! Alright. That's another one bites the dust. Now, is Cell gonna show up? Did I expedite it? I don't know. Am I taking the regular route to getting him out? We'll see what happens. Killed him, got the Jackhammer Fist Flash. Okay, I got to... Okay. So let's... get some money. I got 700 bucks. Okay. Nothing. And... I found a thing! Alright, some defense. 20 defense. That's badass. And 16 stole the fucking scouter. Ah, damn it. Okay. Let's get him out there. We're gonna see what happens. I think I know where to go. I think the Dragon Ball is like right there near the carpet. Yeah, it's right where 16 is standing. Alright. Alright guys, I've been streaming for about, I don't know, 2 hours 15 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. But I think I'm going to call it for today. I had some fun, but I'm honestly starting to get pretty tired. I want to call it and come back another time, do some other game. Maybe we'll get back to Fatal Frame, maybe we'll finish off this game, maybe we'll do something completely different. I have a hell of a catalog on PlayStation 2. So I'd love to do any of those games to show you guys. Maybe something more rare, just something a little harder to find. I think would be fun for y'all. But for now, like I said, we're going to call it. I appreciate everybody who came to the stream. I appreciate everybody who dropped a like and commented and had some fun if you did. And if you want to stick around for more videos to come, be sure to subscribe and all that. I hope you guys had a good one. Take care, stay safe, and all that jazz. And yeah. Have a good one.